Welcome back. So let's do some Mojo Magic. So this is probably going to be one of the easiest spells that you've ever done. It doesn't include lighting any candles, bottling up energy. It's just prayers, wishes, oil, and some Mojo bags. So for your Mojo Magic, you're going to need 7 Mojo beans. So for Mojo beans, they will help you do a few things. They'll help you with wishes. You can also use them to get jobs, to gain apartments. If you're looking for like a new car, you can carry these with you as well for more positive energy and blessings, good fortune and success. Things of huge windfalls and a surplus of something, you can carry Mojo beans and put them into your rituals. You can put them into your jars. You can do a lot of easy things with them. They have really, really good energy. So you can use them with oils, and they can just push out a lot of energy without you really having to do much. So today I'll show you how to quickly do a Mojo bean ritual spell and help you to grant certain wishes. So I've been giving you guys these all the time, all the time, all the time. I give these like in every single order. So I know you guys have a lot of them stored up. You should have more than 7. You're going to need 7 for them. You're going to take the Mojo bean. You're going to initial your name on one end, and then you're going to put the wish. Right? You're going to have to write small too, because as you can see, the beans are not really that big. Maybe like about 1 inch each, and you'll write out the thing that you want. So you can write 7 of the same thing: a new job, a new career, more money at work. 7 of basically the same thing. If it's of 3 different things, then I would tell you to just use 3 beans, and then you will use the smaller bag, which is this one, the smaller suede bag. And I love these bags. They bring forth a lot of good luck and positivity. The darker red ones, you will put 7 in there, and you will write down the initials on one side. You will take some favors oil, put a few drops of favors oil on it, and then you will write out what you want. You'll carry these Mojo beans with you. I would say carry them for about 2 weeks, a week to 2 weeks. Some people do 3 days. I think 3 days is too soon, but you carry them everywhere with you while you think of manifesting the things that you want. So say you want a new apartment. So you'll write down new apartment. Then on another bean, you'll write down where you want that apartment to be. Then on another bean, you'll write down how much you want that apartment to be. Then you'll write down affordable in a safe neighborhood. So 7 different things, but of the same nature, right? Or you will write down, find a new lover, find an attractive lover, find a handsome man, find a generous man, date my coworker. Whatever it is, all of the same nature, but 7 different scenarios surrounding it. And then after putting them in the beans, you bless them with the favors oil, you put it inside. I normally would seal them, and then I put them inside. No petition is needed. You initialed it. You pray over it heavy and strong. And every day that you carry them with you, you do the same thing. A small minute prayer for the things that you want. And then I would say on maybe even day 10, you can take it to a crossroads and dispose it there. You can also put it in running water, but this water has to be free flowing and flowing towards the north. Now, a lot of times, a lot of people don't have water flowing towards them. So it's going to be hard for a lot of you. So if you can't get it to the water, if you can't get it into like a river where it's free flowing, where you can send that energy out so it could come back to you, then I would tell you to take it to a crossroads. And when you take it to a crossroads, go to a crossroads where it is active. A lot of things are going on. There's certain times where I would tell you go to a crossroad where there's nothing at all happening, because that work is where you want to leave it, because you don't want nothing at all to happen for that work. Crossroads can cross you up, and they can open up paths for new things. So at the crossroads, there's a lot of different things that can happen. So if you're going to be disposing it there, go to an active crossroad, tie up that bag real good, tight, seal it, tie the knots, and then you leave it at an active crossroad. You could walk and put it at a corner. So if it is an area where you do a lot of shopping, an area where you know there's a lot of attractive people, an area where there's a lot of nice apartments, even if you can take it to the area where you want to move, where you want to work, where you want to meet somebody, you take it to that crossroads and you dispose it there, not in the middle of the road, but at the corner of a road, right at the corner. Anybody finding it, should have a hard time opening it. Seal it up really, really good. You can even tie it up in a few bags if you want. Tight, 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 tight. And drop it at a corner. Just drop it. Walk, drop it. If it's a place you want to work at, drop it right at the corner. You don't let nobody see you doing it. You should know how to secretly dispose things by now. But take it to an active place. Now, it doesn't have to be active at the time that you are doing it. It could be, a bit late at night as the sun sets in the evening, early in the morning. But this place is going to be active all the time. People are always around, always there. It settles down at a certain time of the day. You can go there where it's settled and things are calm. And you leave it there and you walk away and you don't look back. Alongside doing that, if you want to, you do your baths, of course, continued work, and then you can set candles, and you're going to continue manifesting and praying for the things that you want. So it is a easy ritual to move forward with. Anything else after, of course, I would tell you, of course, if you have areas where you need to sweeten yourself, I would tell you then do it. You can use my soap. Use it until there's nothing of that soap left. Use the body wash until it is gone. Use the scrub until everything is out of that container. When you're using items, use the oil every single day. And when you're using items, you want to see how they work for you. You use it until there's nothing left. Like you are using it. You are making sure you're using it on a consistent basis, praying with it, manifesting with it, placing good intentions of positivity within it so they can come back to you. So that's the type of things that you do when you're working on rituals where you're not going to be doing candle lights and stuff like that. You can add candlelight to it after. And if you want to, I would say after praying over it, 10 days is good. 14 days is even better because you've gotten a good amount of time. But I know many of you are going to do it quick. Try not to do 3 days. I think 3 days is too soon. If you are going to do 3 beans, you use the smaller bag. You do the same thing. Okay, and you're going to write down 3 different wishes in this scenario. So if you want a new car, a new job, and a new lover, then you will write down those things. And you initial in the front. Do you have to put your date of birth? It's up to you. You can if you want to. Just put the 4 numbers. Write it in really small. Get a permanent marker. And one with a good point. Not the smudgy ones. One with a good point. Dry it out and put the oil on it. Once you put the oil in it, if it doesn't move, that's a good sign. But if you put it on and the ink starts moving and stuff, then that's not a permanent marker. You want something to permanent in place to what you write. And basically do the same thing. Hold on to it for as long as possible. If you can get it into some water, like certain piers and different things they have in rivers where you can go, and they have certain events, certain places where they have restaurants where you can go and pretend you're just looking and then drop it in the water and you're praying as you do it, do it. If you drop it into a river and it stops in the stream and it doesn't move, that means the situation is not going to move. You want to see movement. You want it to move. You want it to be moving basically north of you. So you want it to move towards, you want your intentions to move towards the universe, and you want it to come right back to you. That is what you do. Make sure it moves. If you just throw it in the river, everything's just going to sit there. You're not really doing nothing. And I would tell you to do it over, and I would tell you to go back to a crossroads and do it and dispose it. And I would tell you, keep it longer. It's very easy to do. It's a basic spell. It's good for beginner witches. It's good for people too that just want to do magic and they don't want to do too much of the candle and the jar work, and they want to do other things outside of candles, outside of jars. There's a lot of different things you can do. You can stick to your baths. Baths are really good to doing. If you're new to magic, or you live around people, do your baths and your soaps and use your oils, and do herbs. Use a lot of the herbs and the roots and pray over them. There's a lot of root magic that you can learn. That's what I'm teaching on my Patreon, how to do your root magic, how to work with the herbs. There's a lot of things you can do with the roots. And when someone has rooted you, listen, the roots are so powerful. Sometimes it's hard to take roots off of you. That's why you'll hear people, somebody put roots on them, because they really did. And when people do that, they can send you crazy with roots alone, with herbs and roots. So make sure that you're thinking outside the box. Use your candles, use your mojo bags, use grease, use jars, use different types of venerations of magic. Do the petition magic, write down stuff. Those are really good. Petition magic is fun. It really is. You get to look outside of things and use your powders. Do incense rituals. It's rituals where you're just using a bunch of incense. There's a bunch of spells too as well where you can do a lot of powder spells, lay tricks for people. There's a lot of different types of magic you can do. You can work with mini skulls. You can do a lot of different types of things. Just make sure that you dispose it in the right place. And if you're doing certain things like this and you feel like people bring forth negative energy to you, light your spell protection candles and use spell protection oil every single day to protect your energy, to protect your spell. Like, subscribe, and stay blessed, guys.